Let's get around the idea that we're all human and that we can treat each other with respect, dignity, and have a sense of worth for just being a human being. Let's get around that idea first, and that we can be a culture that is full of compassion, love, and generosity. Let's get around that idea and let's celebrate that. And so Beyond Me to the Live Beyond You Challenge, that's what we're doing. We're celebrating life, human dignity, and the ability to come together, to be unified, and to make a difference. That's what we're celebrating. That's what we want you to get behind. Welcome to In Tune with Watson Tunez. I'm Watson Tunez, your host and pop rap recording artist. My music is part of the Live Beyond You Service Challenge, a charitable endeavor to promote community service and to help your favorite charity win up to $5,000. Visit livebeyondyou.org for more details. In 2015, I founded Beyond Me Initiative, a nonprofit and social enterprise empowering people to live beyond themselves and embrace a life of service, compassion, and generosity. Let me give you the behind-the-scenes insight into my music and humanitarian journey. My goal is to inspire you not only to live a better life, but to also make a difference and contribute to building a more caring society. Enjoy today's episode and subscribe to Watson Tunez with a Z on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. A lot of artists, make music, but it's very difficult for them to connect their songs and what they're saying to a movement that a lot of people can get behind. Obviously, some artists have found it and they've been able to do it. My boy Lecrae and Unashamed and everything, and really taking that whole thing into the national spotlight now. Like Christian hip hop is everywhere now. It's all over TikTok. It's all over everywhere you go. There's Christian hip hop, and that all became part of it. And it was going to happen regardless if Lecrae did it, somebody else would have done it. But the idea is that what we're trying to do essentially is the same thing, but we're taking humanitarian initiatives and we're being able to create a soundtrack for them and help people be part of an initiative that is making a difference. And so it's the same thing. Humanitarian hip hop is just implementing action behind what is being said. But instead of glorifying, the streets and the drug life and everything, which oftentimes is glorified because it's, people are in deep poverty and they need a sense of hope. So they see the drug dealers and people coming out and having a lot of money and resources, and they don't have that. They're going to emulate that type of lifestyle, because that's what they want. But there's another lifestyle that you can emulate, and that emulate is one of service, one of giving back, one of being willing to sacrifice and lay down your life for other people. It's like, well, why would I do that? Because in order for you to become a millionaire or a billionaire, you got to learn how to serve other people. The ancient scripture tells us that the greatest amongst us must become the servant. And anybody that has been rich or famous and stuff cannot get to there if they haven't learned the value of service. And so, even from a selfish perspective, serving is one of the, as Denzel Washington said, serving somebody is one of the most selfish things you can also do, because of how good it makes you feel about yourself and the impact that you can potentially have in somebody else's life. You can't deny that. So what we're trying to do with the Live Beyond You challenge is just encourage people to support good music, support music that is not promoting violence, not promoting lawlessness, not promoting promiscuity and everything. But it's not also promoting necessarily our point of view, and we're not trying to preach at you and tell you what you need to believe and make this a sermon. It's just the middle. It's just let's get around the idea that we're all human and that we can treat each other with respect, dignity, and have a sense of worth for just being a human being. Let's get around that idea first, and that we can be a culture that is full of compassion, love, and generosity. Let's get around that idea and let's celebrate that. And so Beyond Me to the Live Beyond You challenge, that's what we're doing. We're celebrating life, human dignity, and the ability to come together, to be unified, and to make a difference. That's what we're celebrating. That's what we want you to get behind. That is something that your family, your children can get behind. Those are what the songs really mean. So when you purchase this album, The Long Way to Go, you're buying into that concept that hip hop has a humanitarian side. That hip hop can stand for something. That pop can be blended with hip hop, and there's no sense of like, oh well, you're not hip hop, because no, it's like, dude, like go back to your history, man. Like, take some time and figure out hip hop was created for the very purpose of uplifting communities, bringing peace and everything. That's where hip hop originated, not this, drug dealing and all that kind of stuff. All that stuff was already happening way before hip hop. We glamorize that lifestyle, but we know at the end of the day, that's not a sustainable life. Anybody that has gotten out of that pit will tell you that that lifestyle is not sustainable. You can't go around killing people and not to be expected that you yourself one day will be killed. Ancient scripture tells us that when we, those who yield the sword die by the sword. Oftentimes, those who carry the gun oftentimes get killed by the gun, the very weapon that they carry. So we can't promote that type of lifestyle and expect it for us to have this sustainable, this happy life-going life. No, so join us in this initiative to make a tangible difference in your community, and let this music be a mouthpiece and a soundtrack to how you can live a better life, to improve your community, improve your life. That's what these songs are all about. That's what they mean. So I go on to livebeyondyou.org. Check out this challenge. You got nothing to lose, only a win-win situation. And let's see the type of difference that you can make.
In Tune with Watson Tunez is brought to you by the Live Beyond You Service Challenge. Visit livebeyondyou.org to join the Service Challenge and help your favorite charity win up to $5,000. Come be part of an initiative to raise $1 million to give away to charities that are contributing to making the world a better place and bringing healing and restoration into your local community.